Damn, that's evil, twin. That mean we evil then. Evil twin. Got him back equal then.
Welcome to Evil Twin Podcast, Episode 2.
Where we talk about the good, bad, and the evil.
Let's get started. First question. It's more of a deep question, but how do the people around you influence you directly? And that could be family and friends, but in this question we're talking about mostly your friends.
For me personally, I feel like the people around me influence me in a positive way. And I say that because I feel like I only allow positive influences into my life. And as I've grown older, I've cut out, not necessarily cut off, but kind of selected who is allowed in my circle and in my space. And I believe that's only benefited me and helped me just through going throughout life.
So do you think that certain people you hang out with, say athletes or musicians, the certain people you hang out with, does that determine your path that you take in life?
I think it affects it, definitely.
Okay.
It kind of changes your perspective, or even if you're hanging out with people who work hard, I think it changes your work ethic as well. So if you're hanging around people who don't really have anything going for themselves, chances are you're not gonna have anything going for yourself. I feel like I've managed to weed out all the negative influences in my life and recognize what is for me and what isn't for me. So I would say for the most part, everybody around me is a positive influence to me.
For the most part, do you think you stick with the same group of friends?
I would say I keep to my solid group of 5, 6, 7 friends and
Selective?
And just say that, yeah, it's very selective. I feel like I have a lot of acquaintances, like people I say what's up to, but not
Mutual type.
Yeah, not necessarily kick it with or hit them up. You know
So do you think having, say, your core group of friends, do you think that influence of, I guess, like your goals and what you aspire to be in life, do you think that has a toll on it?
Yeah, most definitely. I think if you're trying to go in a certain direction and there's people with different goals that don't necessarily align with those goals, along with the same type of work ethic and drive, the only thing that could do is hurt you and have a negative influence on you.
No, 100%. I saw this quote that says, "Show me your 5 friends and I'll show you your income."
Yeah.
And it's true because if you really think about it, and like the closest friends that you're around every day, every week, and they're not really on nothing, not doing nothing, partying every week, drinking, it's only gonna rub off on you.
Yeah.
It's gonna catch up to you sooner or later. You're not gonna have the same goals that other people have. So I really feel like you gotta be selective in who you hang out with and who you keep the energy with.
Right. I would say that the influence they have on you can be what you allow it to be. So if you're keeping yourself around negative influences and people who are not necessarily trying to better themselves,
I feel like more is gonna come negatively.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You're gonna attract negative energy.
Law of attraction, yeah.
Real quick, hot takes.
All right, hit me.
Athletic girl, pretty girl.
Pretty.
Pretty.
Gay marriage.
My religion doesn't exactly support it.
We gotta talk about that one.
Yeah,
that's a big one. Okay. All right, you're up.
Burned alive for 10 minutes or eat a pound full of rat feces.
Eat a pound of rat feces. Easy. You say get burned alive?
Burned alive for 10 minutes.
No way.
But you're gonna stay alive.
Yeah, I'm not getting burned for 10 minutes. My whole body has burns.
So you would eat a pound full of rat.
To get my whole body burned?
Yeah.
I would.
Okay.
Yeah, I would. Know when you're gonna die or how you're gonna die?
Know when I'm gonna die, so that way I can plan around it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Brunette or blonde?
Tough one. I'm gonna go brunette.
Brunette.
Brunette. Zodiac signs. Yes or no? When I say yes or no, I mean, do you believe them or not?
I say no. I say
No.
Because you could read something and you'll be like, oh yeah. I feel like everybody reads something and they'll be like, yeah, I guess I am that.
So do you think all like the signs lead to the same personality? Like, you know, like
I think people
traits?
I think people have a little bit of everything,
Okay.
and you can't dumb yourself down to
just to a sign.
one sign. Like where does zodiac signs even come from? I don't know. What makes someone wifey material?
Off the bat, the first thing that comes to my head is she has to be driven. Definitely in this day of age, sometimes people feel like everything should be handed to them. kind of like handout type. So
Right.
I feel like if she's driven off the bat, that's definitely very, very attractive.
So like, are you talking about in terms of their parents just giving everything to them, or?
See, I'm not even talking about like them being spoiled, because you can still be driven and spoiled. That's two different things.
Yeah.
But if you expect everything to be paid for, or you expect everything to happen and you don't put the work in, then like that's not fun.
I would say driven and family oriented. Like family
oriented's big.
Family is big for me.
Yeah.
It's especially if like they always want you around their family, and they want to be around yours. I just feel like that family atmosphere is very necessary in a relationship.
Yeah, and I also want to talk about like personality.
Yeah.
Because like obviously for male and female, looks can only get you so far.
Yeah.
So if she don't got a good personality and she's shallow, and you can't hold a conversation, and that's
and
that's
then
no go.
Also they gotta be able to cook.
Can you cook?
I can cook. I can cook a little bit.
What can you cook?
I cook some eggs.
That's a hard one.
No, I can cook. I want a girl who at least.
But can you split? Like, can you guys both cook?
Yeah, I want her to be able to like teach me and also learn together.
Vice versa.
Yeah,
Okay.
learn different recipes. I want to be able
Yeah.
to cook together.
Okay, let's go back to that first question we're talking about surrounding yourself with quality people and people that you want to build yourself with. Is I thought about it, right? If you selected your closest friends and you wrote their names down and you put next to their name, what's the best thing this person brings me? I feel like a lot of people would have struggled with that.
Yeah, and I feel like that's the hard truth. You look at your 5 friends or whatever. A lot of the times their goals don't line up with yours. So if they're not helping you or pushing you in the right direction, then
do you cut them off?
No, you don't cut them off, but you distance yourself. You can focus on what you're trying to do, and maybe they're only good for certain occasions. Maybe on the weekends, or you want to go out.
See, and like I can agree with you on that, but at the same time, as we get older and older, I feel like you have to be so selective. That's not. It's almost like at times not even worth having that friend just for this. Like you want like all the people around you to at least have like some quality to bring you. Like think about this: if you actually put a list down and you can't think of one quality thing this person brings me, and the only thing that they can really bring you is going out clubbing. And that's the only thing. I don't even know if that's really worth it to me.
I mean,
but I'm also selective too, so like maybe that's.
But it depends on like if you've been knowing them.
It's different situations, but
I feel like that plays a factor into it, because if they've been in your life all this time, chances are they're bringing you a positive influence or
positive like vibe kind of
impact on your life, because otherwise, why would they be around? You know what I'm saying?
I know, but at the same time, can't people change? You think? Like they can be driven, but as they get older, they get lazy. They want to do different things.
And then that's up for you to decide if you want to keep them in your circle.
What would you do if your friends like that?
I would say starting from like high school, moving on. I say my freshman and sophomore year, I was probably hanging around some people I shouldn't be hanging around. Then my junior and senior is when I really focused and locked in, and just kind of had tunnel vision. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't really have time for what they was trying to do, and maybe they didn't have time for me, and that's okay. So I would just say know who your friends are, and actually sit down and think like, what influence do they have on my life?
Yeah.
And
so if you really think about it, it's kind of scary to think about, but obviously we're 21, 22, and if you really think about who your friends are around right now, think about like you keep the same pace up, where you're gonna be in 5 years. You might not, be where you want to be. If you want to be here, and then, but you hang around with people that have no drive, no aspirations, it's gonna be hard to reach those goals. But so you kind of gotta pick and choose.
Yeah, and Drake said, "Circle got small, and everybody can't go."
It's true though.
So
obviously, a good line, but
you can't
it's true.
You can't bring everybody with you.
You can't.
And that's unfortunate, but that's the way of the world. You're trying to elevate yourself, then sometimes people aren't trying to do the same thing.
So is there a certain thing that someone does that it's like automatic cut off? And it's not like a girl, like say if it's like one of your friends, like I'm not rocking with you no more.
I would say, generally speaking, I say trust. Like you have to, even in relationships, any type of relationship, I feel like you have to be able to trust them behind your back. So if you feel like you can count on your friend and
Yeah.
and they do something to make you believe otherwise, then I feel like, okay, maybe he's not what I thought, or maybe
Okay.
she's not what I thought.
So then I want to ask that question. You said trust.
Uh-huh.
What do you think a girl looks in a man when she wants to settle down?
Looks for a man when she's
Because the first thing I thought about is she obviously wants trust. She
Yeah.
doesn't want to come home to know that he's texting other girls and whatnot.
Yeah.
So that was the first thing I was thinking about is trust. Another thing I was thinking about was comfort. And that could be like partially money, obviously, because at the end of the day, they want to have to pay your own bills.
Yeah,
if you're a grown man.
I would say along with comfort, probably stability. So
Stability for sure.
Stability to, first of all, she's attracted to a man who can take care of himself and independent, and then along with that can take care of her, and then obviously in the future take care of the family. So
Yeah.
I feel like also women and men should be contributing equally.
Like 50-50?
I would say it doesn't have to be exactly 50-50, but they're both putting forth effort. Maybe not necessarily the same income, but they're
Yeah.
both putting forth effort.
So you don't think it should be like the guy doing everything?
Yeah, not
Money-wise,
like a stay-at-home wife. Like
Mhm.
she's contributing in some way, shape, or form, and along with the man.
No, I can agree on that. Would those probably be your top two, other man?
Yeah, I would say stability and trust. Or what are you looking for in a wife?
First off, she has to be driven. You kind of touched on it a little bit.
I would also say I want her to maintain herself. So
Is like fitness wise?
fitness wise, so she doesn't have to work out every day. Like there's a lot of girls who don't even go to the gym and they have good bodies.
So like an active lifestyle.
I say active. I also want her to be adventurous.
And I feel like that kind of goes hand in hand because
Yeah.
if you every single time you kind of got a nag to go on a hike and
Yeah.
canoe and just random trips and stuff, and it's always a no. I mean,
Yeah,
can't
someone you could take, like, who doesn't just always want to stay in the house, who wants to go out and do things, and
try new things.
adventurous, spontaneous, stuff like that, stuff in that nature.
That's good. Well, guys, that pretty much sums up episode 2 of Evil Twin Podcast. Make sure to follow us on all of our social media. That includes Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, as well as Twitter. Put any questions in the link in the bio, and you can also DM our Instagram if you have any questions or concerns.
DM us any and all questions.
This me, I'm the same nigga. Don't let this fame trick you. Don't let this flame hit you. Don't let that name get you in a hospital off some painkillers.